Hello there. Great afternoon to all the Forex traders around the world. This is Mohammed Kande, co-founder of Forex Executives, coming at you with a fantastic weekly setup. We're going to be looking at an exotic this week. I'm really excited. We're going to be looking at the US dollar and the Norwegian krone. I'm super excited. When I began my week, I scanned about 15 to 20 pairs, and kind of take a look and see, if market has reached, price has reached a particular level to my liking. And based on that, I kind of go into further dissecting of the market. And this week I found about 7 to 8 pairs that I'm looking at. Out of the seven, 3 to 4 look extremely promising. And then I wanted to share a couple of them, a few of them with you. So I'm going to be doing a couple of videos for you guys out there. Awesome, right? But let's take a look at the U.S. dollar Norwegian krone. It's come to a fantastic level that I absolutely love last week for me, and that level was the 8.7748 area. But let's go back to the weekly real quick. As you guys know, your first job as a trader is to identify to identify the trend. So right now the trend over here seem to be in an upward trend, right? We've seemed to be in an upward movement, right? Price has been printing higher highs and higher lows, and then we've kind of gotten to an area where the market has just kind of been stagnant a little bit, right? Like price gave a nice little deep pullback right here, and then we've continued the uptrend, but we found some strong, very strong area, yeah, at the 8.7748 area. So that area right there to me is very significant, because every time the market comes to that area, we get a strong push to the downside every single time. And for you guys that know these exotics, they move fast, so you can get 1,000 pips in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So let's go down to the weeklies just to kind of have a better understanding of what I'm looking at. So as you guys can see on the weekly right here, and let me get this daily trend line out of the way. If you guys, and for you guys who watch my videos all the time, blue lines are usually weekly trend lines, orange lines are usually daily trend lines, and green lines are going to be monthly trend lines. So just so that you guys know. So if you guys see a blue line but I'm on a daily chart, always know that that blue line was drawn on the weekly. If you see a green line on the daily chart or the weekly chart, know that that green line was drawn on the monthly. I usually separate them like that just to keep things really simple, okay? So off the bat, you see you have this strong bullish trend line that you have right here. Price has been respecting this trend line effectively, but I want to bring you guys' attention to the top of this area right here. I want to bring you guys' attention over here. You see, this is food right here. This is dinner. This is steak dinner right here. This is absolutely amazing. What do we have here? We have a ranging market. Price has been going from low to high to low to high to low to high. And then you guys, you know what's amazing? Price has been doing this right here. Impulse, pullback, top. And then we get a down. And then we get an impulse, pullback, top. And then we get a down. And then we get an impulse, pullback, top. And what are we going to get more than likely? We're going to get a down. Absolutely love range markets. They're extremely effective. And if you know how to trade them, you learn how to trade them, you can make a lot of money. Range markets are one of my favorite markets out there. I absolutely love them. That's sorry about that noise. That's a signal that just popped up for me on Ripple. So Ripple just hit one of my levels. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Ripple just hit a level. Ripple just broke a trend line. There we go. We good. There we go. All right. That's all good. We'll come back to that later. Let's get back to our analysis. So as you guys can see, I'm really excited about the range market. So we're looking for price to kind of head back down this way and possibly keep going, because if price comes and taps this area, it will be breaking this weekly trend line, which if we were to get a clean pullback on a daily and a continuation and a break of this support right here, we're going to get some really strong movement in the market. So I'm really excited about that. So now let's kind of dive into it a little bit just to perfect our setup over here. So you see, we had a big bearish engulfing. This is always a great signal. Big bearish engulfing engulfed the last 1, 2, 3 candles, right, on a weekly. So this lets me know that the price, sellers have bought it and almost in control. Look, you have barely any wick at the end of this candle right here, letting me know that the sellers are definitely in control. So what I'm looking for at the beginning of the week, because after a strong push like this, you're always going to have a little bit of exhaustion, right, before a continuation. And that's all we're looking to do, right? You don't buy at the end of the push. You wait for the market to pull back. You wait for the exhaustion. You wait for buyers to kind of get in the game, to kind of push the market back up a little bit, and you catch it at a really, really good area. You want to buy, you know what I mean? The objective is to buy low and sell high, right? So you want to sell as high as possible. So these dotted lines right here, this is a 50% retracement of this weekly candle right here. And a 50% retracement of the weekly candle, it's something that works for me very, very well. And I utilize it in my trading. All right, so now let's bring it down to the daily market. So if you guys take a look on the daily market, remember what I told you guys, orange trend lines are drawn on a daily. So this is just a simple trend line drawn up on a daily. And if you guys take a look right here, a pullback, once price broke this trend line, it never actually pulled back to retest it on a daily or the 4-hour. And price has to do that. So now I'm looking for price to push back at the beginning of this week to tap the 50% retracement or the trend line before we get a continuation down to this trend line right here. All right, so simple as that. And all we're following is just this beautiful range in the market right here. Very, very simple, very, very easy. You know what I mean? We catch this trade at the top right here. You know, we're gonna ride price back to structure, right, which is a little bit over 74, 34, 69, 11, 400 pips. You know what I mean? And then we'll ride price all the way down. But let's go to the H4. Let's perfect our entry. Let's see how we're going to catch this thing. Let's see how we're going to get that sniper entry. So this is where we're going to get our sniper entry right here. Okay, guys? So we see the 50% retracement is right here. We see our trend line, right? We had 3 taps. And then on that 4th one, price broke. But price never came back to retest. No retest, no entry. Price will come back to retest this trend line, and that's all we're waiting for, right? So we have 2 possible entries right here. So we're looking for price at the beginning of this week to shoot back up to the trend line, right? So wherever it taps, when it taps the 50% retracement, this is where we'll be locked in on price, and then we'll be waiting to see if price is actually gonna tap the trend line or if we're gonna get a bearish signal. If we get a bearish signal at the 50% retracement, me personally, I will take the trade. The reason why I will take the trade is because, even though I said no retest, no entry, is because you got a strong structural area in this area right here. Very, very strong structure in this area. So if price comes back, it will be back to structure. It may very well tap the trend line, right? But the 50% retracement is still strong, and I still respect it, and it works for me. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. So let's see right here. So we get a hit of the 50% retracement of the trend line, and we're taking this trade all the way down. This is going to be an absolutely fantastic trade, guys. So that's all I have on the US dollar Norwegian krone. Simple analysis. I hope that this is of value to you guys. Any questions, any feedback, please drop it in the comment. And I look forward to everybody having an awesome week on this pair and all other pairs. Thank you and have a great one.